So I wanted to speak on I was watching this post. This lady was talking about the burdens of being a mother to your children. I think I posted before here, but um, you know, it's crazy because I put on a previous post and I'm asked previously before I indulge into speaking. There's a lot of spirit I don't know, some things like to be called spiritual, some things like to be called other things. Like it's different names for them all over the world. I'm not specifically clinging to this specific name, but it's a whole lot of swaying and stuff going on. A lot of energy shifting. And so but aside from that, so just bear with me if I ever, have a video where I'm not speaking as clearly as I want to. But back on topic, she just, speaking on the burdens of being a parent that men don't understand. And it's sad because I don't like I I don't mind some of the ways of what is considered a traditional relationship or a traditional marriage. Okay. That is in no way saying that it is okay to degrade or belittle a female. Do y'all understand that females are not meant to be your maids? They never were. And you have historically have always had men that have had flocks of women surrounding them, and they don't commit to anybody, or they commit to one person and then they still have flocks of women, and they just have everybody be like, oh well, you better just, you need to deal with it. Or you had that friend where that married man, and he might be a good man, and he going to get advice from his friend. He loose out running around in the street. He not really committing to nobody, and then when he do, it's like he doesn't really take the commitment serious. And that's why you have to be careful. I said in the previous post, you have to be careful about who you get your advice from and what type of mindset they have, and not always go along with doing stuff just because it's trendy. But a lot of y'all too need to get a hold of having more comprehension on what is going on with you internally or spiritually. But I'm gonna pause that for a second. So again, it's not a thing that men can't be natural nurturers. That's not a thing. That mindset of, oh, a woman is supposed to cook, a woman is supposed to clean, while a man goes out and rip and run the street. No, a woman can hunt. For even back then, women could go and hunt their own food with no problem, just like men could. But for today's standards, a woman can go and work just like a man can, and a man can clean up and cook, because without being in a relationship, who is doing the cooking and cleaning of your own house, and you keeping yourself up and together when you don't have a woman during the times as to where you need to be focused on self and figuring out who you are as an individual, or just making sure that you have you together. Who's doing the cooking and the cleaning? If you can't do it for yourself, you shouldn't even be. It's certain things, and that's what I meant when I was talking about my last video. It's certain key factors of being complete within self in a healthy, complete within self as an individual, that I feel like individuals need to have together before they jump in relationships. And oftentimes you do, because everybody is doing it. It's the most trendy thing, so everybody is hopping on. I've never been a fan of that. And then my family shuns that way of thinking. Oh, just do it because you see a whole lot of people doing it, or because it's trendy. Nah, we not with it. I don't do that group mentality stuff, And what was the saying? So to say that it's cool to throw money at your family, but you're not paying attention to their wants, and needs, and who they are as individuals. You still have to get around your kid. And that's not always to say go spend money on them or take them out to do the most expensive thing. No, when are you taking the time to have that one-on-one with your daughter and your son? Just because you a man don't mean, because that's another thing that I don't like hearing, like them saying, people keep saying, and it's in heavy rotation, but I think it's a lot more to it than what's being openly said. But don't do it just because you heard somebody else say it. But it's being said heavily that, like, that a man can't raise a daughter and a woman can't raise a son. Yes, you can. You can teach her. If you're a man, you can teach your daughter what to expect when they're around guys with weak mindsets. All they do is think about sex, or they're trying to play games, or they don't really have any true goal or ambitions. You know, same as for a, saying, what is a good thing to look for when you're, as a man is looking at a woman, and what it is to have true love and admire her, or be considerate of her, or just to be able to know that you completely love the idea of just her coming up with new ideas and her mindset, and know if you're compatible with having growth with this individual. And it's crazy. It's irritating because, and this is a major pulling back and forth thing, but I'll elaborate on that on another video. But it's sad when so many individuals just don't know how to be a healthy individual to themselves, and they hop on just every little trend, and it's sad also too. I feel like it's a weakened state of self, and like reality, your sense of reality is, it's a lot of people live in a false sense of reality. You get what I'm saying? And it's crazy because individuals like that, they're so manipulative to where they start lying so much to cover up their lies. They start believing their own bullshit, or they just playing the game so much where, it just becomes so natural to them. It's like, it seemed like a natural, state of reality, but that's not a natural state of reality. Just like what I was talking about earlier, about like how some men, they got that player or that pimp mentality, him